Hello and welcome back, my little PogChamps, to week 3 of Play SVG Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm the Lamgo with my lovely, incredible co-host, Koopa, all the way from New Jersey. And today we have a really exciting guest. We have Atomsk, who's going to be joining us, the DDD extraordinaire. So let's give a warm welcome to Atomsk.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, listen, needs no introduction. Atomsk, Brawl legend, Melee, sometimes legend, Smash 4, never heard of him, but in Ultimate, one of the best in the business. Atomsk, my friend, how are you doing today?
I'm actually doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
I can't complain. It's been a Thursday, and I couldn't think of a better way to spend it than with another edition of Play SVG Kids versus Pros, of course, with myself and Dara here. And again, if you guys I've been watching for the last couple of weeks. We're gonna do things a little bit differently this week. We got challenges, and we're introducing things a little bit more organically. So at certain increments of time during our battle today, Atomsk will have to perform challenges, whether be for a certain duration of time, or you have to either answer some trivia questions, do some funny things while you're playing. So Atomsk, do you think you are prepared for multitasking today?
Never know until you find out.
Yeah, no, this is actually going to be pretty exciting. But in the meantime, while we do actually still have a couple of seconds before we do jump into the matches, just want to ask a little bit about Atomsk, just see what's going on with you. Are you personally excited about any upcoming events?
I like this. So Summit is coming up. It's a large invitational for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate community, and I'm currently in the running to be invited. I'm probably the best DDD in the world. There's an argument for me being second, but I have all that. I have a large community online, and we're trying our best to get me there. So this is where you guys can tag it a little bit.
Yeah.
And again, if you guys are interested in if you're inclined to do so, voting is going on with parents' permission. If you guys want to go onto the Ultimate Summit 3 website on Smash GG, and just for doing things like signing up for Smash GG or following certain accounts on Twitch, you get votes that you can use towards your favorite players. And if you could be so inclined, if you like Atomsk, just on face value right now,
what's they not to like? One of the most lovable guys I know. Yeah.
But listen, if you feel so inclined, definitely throw a vote his way. Again, best DDD in the business, IMO. And you guys are in for some surprises. It's going to be a lot of fun. So but we are going to be getting things the gravy train rolling here, Dara. We got Wario going up against King DDD. Now I know you are, again, we see Atomsk on a pretty weekly basis here in New Jersey. So what do you think of this here matchup?
Well, I think inherently anything for DDD is always going to be a little bit difficult, but you have the psychological advantage of playing DDD, right? So that's always going to be a little something to help. And just like that, look at Atomsk just controlling the stage, catching the kid hanging onto the ledge a little bit too long. But we are at the 6 minute and 45 second mark. So it's time for us to actually throw a little question to the audience. So for the challenges this time, we're going to ask you guys to vote on it. So for Atomsk, would you prefer that he was to play with his right hand only or only his left hand? So vote accordingly to be able to get it done.
Yeah, and make it quick, because here we go. As we await the options here from our chat, Dara, it is our kid definitely getting the brunt end of King DDD. And again, everybody go ahead and vote away while you can. Vote's going on for at least, I believe, the next 20-ish seconds. So.
Yeah, and then as soon as that's concluded, we'll be able just to maybe help the kid out a little bit. So just once again, everybody, please go out and vote, because they are hanging on by a thread right now. But they held on to the double jump, but Atomsk still is able to close out that stock.
And the winner of the contest is right hand. So Atomsk, you are now forced to only play with your right hand for the next 20 seconds. There we go. All right, so let's see. let's see how this works out.
You want to show us your left hand while you do this? Just like, you know, I solemnly swear. Yeah, there you go.
I am dead.
Yeah. Uh-oh, there we go. Now, you've lost a stock, therefore the challenge is over, so Atomsk can go back to just playing, you know, good old-fashioned Super Smash Brothers here. And again, the range and you know, power behind King Dedede has really been a thorn right here for Wario Dara.
So while we do have a second, let's give this kid a quick little boost once again. So Atomsk, for the next 20 seconds, you will no longer be able to attack unless you can name 4 states with double letters.
California.
Is that a double letter state? That counts, yeah.
There's 2 A's. Mississippi.
Okay.
Hawaii. And there's one more, right?
Well, according to there's 9 of them.
Oregon.
Need one more.
And Oregon. There's 2 O's in that, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I can do it.
Yeah, you did it. You did a phenomenal job. But unfortunately, other competitor who wasn't able to get too much out of that lead thus far, but able to fight their way back from the ledge. Short-lived.
Yeah, the neutral air from King Dedede, the big ol', you know, starfish hug.
He's giving you a big hug.
That's the one way to look at it. But
it's
it is quite frightening.
You're gonna tell me you don't want to run into that? I'd get hit by that too. Give me a big old hug. You know, it's heartwarming. With that being said, wait, say again.
It's probably soft and squishy.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. So how'd you feel about playing with just your right hand? How was that for you?
It definitely felt limiting, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I get to do that very often, so.
Mm-hmm. The tech is to be able to up B. You have to position the pinky on the B button and then the thumb on the analog stick.
That makes more sense.
But so you know, just criticizing you a little bit could have been better played, man. I'm a little disappointed. But that being said, it's going to be a pretty confident first round. So I feel like every single week there's always the potential for us to see like a prodigy come out of the kids.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That, you know, our Wario main definitely looked like they knew what they were doing a bit. So a little bit more seasoning, you know, that character is very, very scary. But, you know, while we, you know, we wait a little bit, you know, before our next game starts. And also, before we get too farther, let's explain how the points work here. So obviously we are playing, you know, while there are matches going on, we are playing by a point system. For every point for every kid that scores a knockout, that's 2 points to our kid. For every knockout by our pro, it's 1 point, and for every time you win a round, it's also 2 points. So, as we've said before, there are various other challenges that pop up that can help you unlock extra points with a bonus. You know, with one, say Atomsk loses a stock during one of these, you know, challenges, that's an extra 3 points to the kid, so they get 3 points instead of 2 points. So.
And yeah, so just that's a little reminder to the audience. So you guys want to keep your buttons ready. You really want to be pressing those buttons because they could use any help that they can. Pokelam has been running sort of, you know, undefeated the last couple of times we did this. So, you know, hopefully things are going to be a little bit different this time around. And while we do have a minute, while we do wait for the next kid to jump in, Atomsk, tell us a little bit about why you play Dedede. What does he bring to you?
You know, it's more of a challenge, I suppose, is a way of wording it. Dedede is not necessarily a very good character, as my name kind of says, but it's just me trying to play the character that I'm used to because I got to play it so much back in the day.
Yep.
And a lot of things just make a lot of sense. Sometimes if you have way too many options, it can get overwhelming.
I remember reading at some point that you play this game like out of malice. Right, just to make because I remember at some point you did say something about how you go in and you win tournaments with Dedede just to remind people how to still fight this character.
Yeah, sure, I remember exactly saying that word for word.
I'm whatchamacallit. I'm like adding in some words or some other, but something along the paraphrasing. There you go. Yeah, something along those lines for sure. But with that being said, we are going to be shortly adjusting the scoreboard. It's not fully up to date yet, so just going to have to hold on to that just a little bit longer.
So as we continue to wait, talk a little bit more with our pro here, Atomsk, do you remember what drew you to Super Smash Brothers when you first started playing? Like,
we had a lot of
what
characters
drew you
way
to
back in the
beat 'em?
day that I never saw, like I never thought had the ability to be in like a sort of pseudo fighting game and stuff like that. So when I was younger, I used to play a lot of like the Dr. Mario on the NES at my grandmother's house, and when I saw Melee back in the day when he was in it, I was like, oh cool, character exists, I can play him. And then it just progressively kept going on, characters that like visually were unique to me that I kept trying to go along with.
Yeah, no, you've been
and you find yourself here with a penguin wearing a bathrobe.
Yeah, I'm making a big mistake, but here we are.
You've been in the scene for quite some time. Like you quite seasoned for sure. So what is one thing that you feel like is just constantly bringing you back to competing, and why do you keep doing it?
Getting to use your brain and like actually sitting there and watching it outthink somebody else's when you are presented with the same tools is interesting. So it's definitely one of the things that brings me back. I have a lot of friends as well in the community, and that's like those are the two big things that keep me still around.
Who do you feel like historically was able to pick at your brain the most as a player? Who do you feel like just was able to prove to be a challenge to you through generations of Smash?
There's this player named Mewtwo King who is always one of the best people at the games that they sit there and commit to. Isn't necessarily doing that with this game, but Mewtwo King definitely always kind of just made me sit there and go, wow, maybe I'm horrible.
That's honestly, that's such a great story of, just when you think that you've like reached, a ceiling to break through, there's always that one person that kind of brings you back down to earth a little bit, humbles you a little bit. And like we've, brought up, you've played through, this game through, Smash through a lot of iterations of it. What's a tournament of yours that like stands out as like one of your favorites of all time? Like, is there one that like reigns supreme over the others?
Probably the very first Genesis, just because of the atmosphere. That was a tournament for the game on the Wii and the GameCube, so it was Brawl and Melee. And it was the very first time people who are familiar with Smash know the player named Armada. He was this prodigy over from Europe, and it was his very first time coming overseas. And back in the day, we used this internet forum, and people were always sitting there seeing how this person was doing amazingly. But can't be that good. They got to come over here. They got to fight our people. And then he just came over and he just beat almost everybody. And it was sort of like a wake-up call. And the atmosphere of watching that many people get humbled was just so unique.
It's awesome. And the story of Armada is one of the best ones in Smash. For someone to be that dominant over two different eras is truly incredible. And I'm not sure if we'll ever see that again, but it certainly was a marvel to behold. And speaking of marvels, King Dedede might as well be like the 7th marvel of the world. Is there 7 of them? I don't remember, but
it's some odd number. I'm pretty sure it's at least like a prime number, so you're definitely right on the money with that one. But yeah, we have a couple of exciting challenges for Atomsk that are coming up, so those are going to be a little bit scary to look at, but it seems like we're going to be seeing Wario again. Is this the same challenge from before?
It looks like it is, but we'll see how it fares out here. Again, Wario definitely a character that can cause King Dedede some fits, being able to move through the air very quickly. And of course, that, like you mentioned before, Dara, the break, the
oh my,
mental fact of Wario is a lot.
Hold on. Look at these Wario combos and amazing stuff. So with that being said, we are going to start with our first trivia. So what is the hottest planet in the solar system? If the audience is correct, Atomsk is going to have to play with his eyes closed for 15 seconds. So that's going to be real scary, but what a DI check, catching the DI in from the down throw.
Yeah, the up air, the up air was incredible there. And here we go with our trivia question, folks. What is the hottest planet in the solar system? Is it A, Venus, or B, Mercury? So get your votes in below, folks. Make sure to match those buttons with the correct answer as we await here to see how our Wario main will Fair here, definitely down, but certainly not out against Wario here, Dara.
Oh, for sure. I feel like out of everybody that we've seen thus far, they have like a really good understanding of some of the follow-ups, a lot of options out of the corner. They seem to be doing a really good job just keeping Atomsk in the corner, trying to find his way back on. Gets one up tilt. Is this going to be a big punish? Doesn't find a follow-up quite yet, though.
All right, still looking for the answer here. But speaking of looking for an answer, if you guys answered A to our question, Venus, you are correct. And
so yeah, it is currently 5:15. So until the clock hits 5, Atomsk, you got to play with your eyes closed. So it's time, baby. As we take a look.
Oh! All right, Atomsk is dead. He can now open his eyes. Excellent stuff right there from Atomsk. As still one solid hit away from regaining a pretty sizable lead here.
I applaud that. That was a really good strategy to be able to deal with that too. Just like ended up drifting a little bit too far and ended up just so good at falling to his death. Real unfortunate stuff. Oh, but tried to go through the uphill. Uphill isn't going to be able to land it, but quickly we need to help out the kids once again. So, Atomsk, for the next 20 seconds, they will... Oh, actually, maybe not quite that. For the next 20 seconds, you can only play with attacking, no jumping or moving, starting now. Oh!
Well, let's see what our kid's going to pick. Is it either going to be attacking only or grabbing only? So let's see what our choice is going to be, as Atomsk loses a stock right there.
That was Atomsk. That was my own misinformation. You can play as normal for now.
Oh, okay.
Be chilling. Yeah. No, that's all me.
Uh-oh. All right, the buttons are open. We're down to one stock apiece, and we have only a few seconds left.
What a catch!
The response is going to be here.
That dashback was so smart, but Atomsk getting the grab release. So, Atomsk, for 20 seconds, you can only play with grabs starting now.
Let's see how it fares here. King Dedede, though, does have some pretty decent follow-ups off of his grabs, although when you can only grab, those follow-ups don't necessarily leave a lot to the imagination. But though one of the benefits that Atomsk will have here is that King Dedede doesn't have multiple jumps to play with, so recovering isn't necessarily going to be a problem here.
So 5 more seconds that he can only opt for grabs. 2, 1, and he can resume as normal. So now at 146%, just one good hit from the kid is going to be able to close it out.
Yeah, definitely looking solid right here. Ooh, this gets the Super Dedede jump to aid them in recovering back onto the stage here. And one of the benefits of King Dedede, Dara, being one of the heaviest characters in the game, you're going to have a lot of room to make comebacks here, but almost getting snuffed out right there was Atomsk.
Yeah, this is so scary. This is anybody's game in Atomsk. Not, whoa, hold on. Ah, okay. I was about to say, that was so close. They would have been able to make it back onto the stage, but Atomsk just closed it out with a really good edge guard.
Yeah, excellent stuff right there. Atomsk, how did you feel playing with your eyes closed? How was that?
Oh, I definitely tried to go for a little bit of a sneaky strategy. Didn't pay off,
Do you feel like the characters in this game that would be pretty viable to play with your eyes closed?
Maybe Snake.
Snake? Yeah. I feel like that's a that definitely says a lot about what like somebody really thinks about like a character player base. For sure. So this was actually maybe like the best performance that we have seen out of a competitor against one of our pros today. So Atomsk, just want to ask, like, what were some of the things that like your opponent here was doing that you might have really liked?
They definitely had a very good idea on how to go for the follow-ups with Wario once they got in. And weren't necessarily the fully correct ones, but they had a very general good idea of what they should be doing.
Yeah, and those foundational sort of things as a player are like kind of hard to like teach someone. You kind of just have to know that stuff. And I agree. There's definitely like a strong base right there, for understanding your character, because that's kind of half the battle. And you've known this, playing multiple different characters, throughout iterations of Smash. And while we wait here, again, it looks like we're I'll save that question for once we are done with our second match here, as Adam is going to continue King DDD versus the world here, versus our kids, Dara. So we're gonna have Mega Man versus King DDD here out the gate. Gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, just going on paper, this just seems like kind of tough, right? Because Mega Man's just able to interrupt a lot of what DDD might be looking for, and just like a lot of really tiny pokes here and there. But later, maybe fishing for a grab a little bit too much. Atomsk just trying to play patiently, sitting in shield.
Right, but let us see how it shakes out here for our Mega Man main. But Dara, looks like we got a challenge on deck already.
All right. So, challenge number 3, we're going to need everybody in the audience to vote for this one. Is Atomsk going to have to stay behind their opponent, or are they going to have to be on a different level than their opponent? So, that means either they have to constantly cross them up and get behind them, or keep jumping above them or be below them. This
is gonna be fun, but just like that up smash definitely looked like that was not fun for Mega Man, and definitely, you know, I respect the choice of Wily's Castle here, you know, wanting to go for the home field advantage, but right now it's not working out too hard.
It's you know, you get like the little stage boost, you know, especially if you get to get your favorite soundtrack on deck as well. So with that being said, we did get the different levels. So Atomsk, you're gonna have to be jumping at all times and just constantly above a competitive group.
For at least the next 20 seconds. So, yeah, you know, you definitely have some leeway here, but also, you know, Mega Man's gonna have some tools to reach above them, to reach King DDD and these multiple jumps. The F smash will connect though, just not enough charge on that to get the stock just yet, as our kids still you know, lurking away here. And this again, that heavyweightness of King DDD coming into play here, Dara.
But it looks like the time is up, so now Atomsk can return to his regularly scheduled programming, putting the competitor in such a bad spot off stage, but not able to catch the recovery back down. Oh my. Cool.
Ooh, you see them go for the mega upper. Shout outs to Marvel. But it'll be missing its mark, as the F smash from Atomsk will connect, but the F smash from Mega Man will get them on deck right now.
So,
all right, folks, go ahead, Dara.
Yeah, we're gonna need the audience to vote once again. So even though this won't impact this round, this will be for the next one. This is going to decide who Atomsk is playing in the next round. So are they gonna play a me, or are they playing we as a Wii Fit trainer? Is that what that means?
I believe that's what that means, as the match is over. Atomsk has come out on top here, but we're gonna see what character comes into play here.
Yeah.
Atomsk, are you worried about which character you might end up having to play?
I just don't know if I have me's, so we're gonna find out.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like right now the vote is definitely going in favor of Wii Fit trainer, but maybe there'll be something. Maybe something else will come up. But yeah, it seems like you're gonna be playing Wii Fit trainer into this next match. So what's your Wii Fit experience like, either playing as her or playing against?
Ironically, this was a character when the game first came out. I was starting to learn because my brother was playing this game a little bit, and this was the character they were playing.
Nice.
My experience against this character, I don't like fighting this character at all.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Wii Fits in Tri-State, or specifically New York. Man, if anybody has never received the John Numbers experience, then
God bless you.
God bless you, yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Wii Fit Trainer is a character that I feel like is slept on. I had a feeling you would pick this one. I don't know why. The yellow one is speaks to me. Yeah, it also speaks to you also.
I guess we're on the same wavelength then.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's definitely big Atomsk vibe. So, going to be going into this next one. Our opponent, once again, going to be sticking with Mega Man. I'm curious to see the Atomsk DDD. I've never really seen you play anybody other than, like, maybe DDD and Violet. And also, I guess, like, Haru and Gordo conceptually, like, not too different. But with that being said, we are now, once again, at the 6:45 mark. So, this is going to be a question to the audience. What was the first toy advertised on television? And if you get this question right, you're going to make Atomsk play with his controller upside down.
Yeah, so is the answer A, Mr. Potato Head, or B, Barbie? So choose wisely, folks, as Atomsk did not choose wisely getting up in the ledge right there, as Mega Man will connect with the F smash. So, but deep breathing on deck, though, for Wii Fit Trainer, again, a stat buffing move that does wonders, you know, for, you know, increasing your damage output and, you know, definitely going to aid in closing the gap here.
Oh, but Adam is going to be taking out that stock with an F smash. That move is so brutal. She like kind of pokes your eyes out.
Yeah, it's insane. The warrior pose is nothing to joke at. So we're back on even ground here, and a great shot right there from Atomsk as they are starting to extend the lead here.
So it seems like the audience has voted for B, Barbie, but you are going to be incorrect. It was actually Mr. Potato Head that was the first toy advertised on television. So Atomsk gets to breathe easy. He can still play with his controller the right side up. He's chilling.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see how it fares out here for our kid who's down, you know, a bit right now, but you know, the warrior pose the other way. One of the I feel like more slept on options, or you know, the things about Wii Fit Trainer is that they have a lot of moves that hit on both sides of them, so it's a little tricky crossing his character up there.
Oh, for sure. Wii Fit has some of the funniest hitboxes in the game. F tilt, forward. Everything that Wii Fit does, it's like, wait, why did this also hit behind me? Atomsk trying to go through the hard air dodge read, but quickly, we need to give Atomsk another list or twist. So you can't attack for 20 seconds. Once I read these out, you can still, you know, do what you gotta do. You gotta draw a smiley face and hold it. Oh, excuse me. You have to name any 5 Jedi, or the audience can vote for drawing a smiley face and holding it to the camera.
But it looks like I believe the audience is going with the Jedi. If I'm looking. Okay, no, it looks like you have to. Okay, yeah, it looks like so. We'll see. We'll see what the audience chooses here. It's definitely going to be a fun one for sure. The F smash will connect though, but it looks like I believe we're probably going to start our next match with this challenge.
Yeah. So we're just going to hold that off until the next round. A really good showing from our other contestant here. But once again, Atomsk is going to be just taking the win for himself. So even with Wii Fit, he seems to be able to do it. So
I never really watched Star Wars, so that was going to be awful for me.
Interesting that kind of missed your bubble right there, but it looks like you ducked that one, Atomsk. So Wii Fit Trainer, how does when's the last time you played this character, you think?
I think like maybe 2 years ago. So it's unique.
Yeah, seems like you're still able to get the job done. So you know, really good stuff to you.
Thanks,
once again, it seems like the kids are struggling a little bit when it comes to getting some of these games in. But I feel like this week especially, we're having maybe some of the strongest showings comparatively to last week.
Yeah. But again, despite these efforts, you know, Adam is still down in the points right now. Our kids, like you mentioned, Dar, have come out to square up today. So definitely not making it easy as we're going to get into our 5th match of the night. It's going to be Atomsk once again back on the DDD going up against Greninja. One of my favorite characters to watch personally.
So I'm going to quickly throw a question at Atomsk. Hey, how do you feel about DDD Greninja?
Oh, this is not a fun matchup at all.
Definitely not one for sure, but we are going to be getting into our first challenge, folks. So you guys and it looks like we're going to need a vote on this one. Atomsk is either going to have to shield only or fight only from the ledge. So get your votes in to decide how this next sequence is going to go. You know, for our King DDD Pro here.
And listen, if it's a DDD that can only fight from the ledge, that's what DDD wants to be. Sometimes DDD can plank. So I feel like that would definitely be a really unfortunate one to give to Atomsk. But it does seem like which one is one?
Looks like it is the Atomsk is fighting from the ledge here. So we shall see how it squares up here. As you know, not only is but Greninja does have a lot of good tools to keep you at the ledge. And no, it looks like the challenge worked out in favor for our kid as Atomsk is freed from his shackles of you know, ledge trapped.
But at what cost? But yeah, you got out of your ability to be able to grab onto the ledge after a certain amount of times. Oh, the Pog Frog, I do believe they wanted to go for like a drag down uphill there. Love the setup. Parries the F smash and tries to go for another drag down uphill. I'm telling you, I feel like they have like a really good sense of like game plan. Just putting DDD, who has like a pretty not good tech roll, into a lot of tech chases. Like that's honestly what you really want to be looking for with Greninja.
Yeah, no, for sure. Again, this character up close is so dangerous, Dara, just with how, fast Greninja moves and the different amount of tools that, they can do to box you out and also camp you out with things like Shuriken. But telegraphing that substitute a little bit too early, and Atomsk is going to be there to answer with a back air.
Oh, Atomsk trying to get the double hit Pluto into back air, but the Pog Frog not able to get the throw conversion there. I don't even believe like at any percent Greninja like gets anything off of throws. But with that being said, we have the next list or twist coming up for Atomsk. So you can either vote on making him list 5 types of noodles, or what happened?
Looks like Greninja could not recover right there. So it's like yeah, that is going to be the end of our end of that game right there. As King Dedede laughs with his friend the Waddle Dee. Atomsk, as someone that's played King Dedede as when he had these as projectiles, do you miss the Waddle Dees?
Oh, absolutely. They were so much better. They were so much better. They were so much more well designed in the game.
I feel like throwing out a Waddle Dee like that is unethical. Like, look at them. Have you seen them? They look miserable.
They are serving their king.
That is exactly what they are indeed doing. So, yeah, listen, as we're going to be getting into our last match here, folks. So let us see how things are going to shake down here. It's a pretty closely contested battle between our pro and the kids this week. Atomsk nursing a 1-point lead going to the last game of the night. So we're going to need a big performance from our kid here to see how who's going to come out on top this week, Dara.
Man, I'm gonna need to read out some of these questions a little bit faster because I'm like in the middle of it and then like, oh, and then Atomsk wins it. I'm like, what just happened? So what's going to happen is we are going to start off with a list or twist right from the get-go or 15 seconds in.
Yeah, it looks like
15 seconds in.
Yeah, yes. 15 seconds in, we're going to get to our first list or twist. And again, you guys have to, let us know down below what you want to vote for. And Atomsk, you don't know what's coming, but it's going to be a lot of fun depending on what we end up getting here.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I just feel like, especially like I'm gonna reiterate this point. Like once again, I feel like this week we're seeing just like a lot of really good. Like, our competitors have definitely made like a couple of steps up since last time. So it's gonna be exciting to see like how everybody does progress with the coming weeks.
Okay, and we are seeing a change of character here as we are seeing Robin come out for our kid here. Atomsk, do you like this? Just off the cuff, do you like this matchup?
No.
I think he has yet to say he likes any matchups.
DD doesn't have a lot of good matchups.
Well, we're going to make things a little bit more interesting for you as we're getting into our list or twist. Folks, you guys can decide below. Does Atomsk have to list 5 Fire Emblem characters or show us his toothbrush while he's playing? So,
what?
Vote down below what you guys think he's going to have. Is it the list or the twist you're voting for? I personally know what I'm rooting for here.
I feel like that's a really personal thing to show off. You don't ask another man what his toothbrush looks like.
I agree to disagree, but we are in the midst of a tight match here, though, as the switch to Robin definitely looks like it is, at least it's coming up somewhat fruitful.
So yeah, it seems like it's good. It's good.
All right, Atomsk, go show us your toothbrush. As someone that knows Atomsk, I know that his bathroom is actually quite close to his room. So
it's just down the hall.
Hey. Now you gotta go put it back. As we are watching our kid absolutely menacingly. That's a 0 to death, Dara. And that is a nice play from our kid right there, and a 0 to death to boot. So excellent stuff right there as Atomsk is down pretty heavy right now. So let's see what sort of comebacks are
down bad for sure. Whoever was behind the scenes making that one. Yeah, that's evil. I love that one, but gotta say the Pog Frog just doing such a good job holding on to this lead right now, just optimizing a lot of the follow-ups. Gonna get one big oh, they're getting a little tricky with it.
Yeah, definitely. That's what you have to be so waryful of Robin, is that these characters have their routes mapped up so meticulously that you know, you could definitely be opened up for a lot of damage given the right circumstances.
But with that being said, we are going to jump into a final multi-choice of the day. Nintendo began as a company that... Wait. Oh.
Okay. Ooh, wow. Okay.
So it's going to, for each stock that the kid takes now, it's going to be 3 extra points, by the way. Just a quick little detail for y'all. But with that being said, Nintendo began as a company that sold what? Was it either A, Matchbox cards, or B, playing cards? And if you get this right, Atomsk is going to have to use his chin on the joystick for 20 seconds.
Yeah, definitely do not want to be in that position. But, ooh, is this going to be it? Not quite yet.
Oh, wow. The A and Bs are so close together, so you guys have to vote really, really quickly. Otherwise, you won't be able to see this kind of a thing take place. Gotta vote.
Yeah, it's again, it's so close right now. Atomsk got at high damage right now. It's all going to be up to whether our kid has the wherewithal to notice confirms, but you have to be so careful. King DDD having again.
Yep. It was B. You guys got to correct. Atomsk, for the next 20 seconds, only play with your chin on the joystick and your right hand doing whatever it normally does.
I'm sure. And there we go. The SMS will connect. I imagine playing with a beard makes that a little bit harder.
It definitely didn't feel good.
The bristles just getting stuck in the nooks and cranny of the controller. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go take a look at that great play one more time as Atomsk so meticulously went back and was so kind to show us his toothbrush. Like, that's a real sign of friendship right there. As we take a look at that nice 0 to death by our kid right there. As Atomsk.
You don't often see DDD dying off the top. DDD is so heavy. DDD is a fast faller. But gotta say, the little toothbrush... This was the most difficult round. That didn't feel fair. It was like you have to go. Both of those felt awful. How'd you feel about him?
You know, it definitely was a little bit setting me up for failure there, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Hey, listen, as someone that enjoys, wrestling, you know that sometimes, the writing doesn't always skew your way this week.
Of course, I understand.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe next week we'll paint you in a hero story instead. So,
yeah, the narrative might shift a little bit since until next week. But I gotta say, some of these were downright evil. They were menacing. So I'm glad I definitely wasn't on the receiving end of them this week. Maybe the most brutal week that we've had yet. But with that being said, we're going to take a quick little look at the score. And it seems like the kids are leading with 31 to 25. So they're going to be the ones taking the win here.
Let's go.
Yeah. So listen, all is fair in playing with the kids. We've all been the kid at the setup at one time in our life, played against our bigger siblings in video games. So Atomsk, how did you feel today? How did the level of competition, you think, did it surprise you a bit? Were you caught off guard with how foundationally smart some of these kids were?
Well, especially with this game now, I feel like younger kids in general are just so like much better at the Smash Brothers games than they used to be when I was growing up. So I wasn't necessarily expecting this to be like a cakewalk, but it was definitely a little more tough than I would have expected.
Yeah, that.
Mm-hmm. And with that being said, that is going to conclude week 3 of Play SVG. Just want to remind everybody that Atomsk is currently in the voting compendium for Summit. It's this big, amazing invitational tournament where you see some of your favorite players coming through. So for anybody, with, of course, your parents' permission, please go ahead and register on smash.gg and throw your votes towards Atomsk because we need to make memes happen. We need to see a DDD at Summit, and he has been competing for so long. There's nobody that deserves it just as much as he does. So we're putting in our best efforts to try to get him up on basically one of the biggest stages for Smash that you can imagine. It's an amazing event each time we go. So anybody with your parents' permission, of course, you should go ahead and do that. And with that being said, we are going to be closing off for today. Atomsk, thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. Always a pleasure seeing you play the video game.
Thank you very much. I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys for having me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, likewise. All right. Well, this is another week down, Dara. This was a lot of fun, like you mentioned. A level of competition today, super stacked. You know, again, going up against the likes of a pro player, someone that's been doing it for well over a decade. You know, in the Smash community. But that is going to be it for us this week, and I hope you guys enjoyed the action. Again, if you guys want to be interested in what I'm doing, with your parents' permission, you can follow me on Twitter at KoopaNJ if you can keep up to date where I'm going. A lot of tournaments coming up, you know, in the next coming weeks. Dara, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Delumgorius, just my tag with an I and an A at the end. Yeah, with your parents' permission, once again, you can also follow me on Twitter for all sorts of awful tweets. There's a lot happening there. But once again, thank you so much to everybody that was able to stop by today. We're going to be seeing you at about the same time next week, Thursday. And I think we're going to be seeing Atomsk back again. Maybe not. We're going to have so many more exciting challenges, and you get to go watch pro players suffer. What more could you ask for?
You can see more toothbrushes next week. We don't know what's going to happen, but that's always the fun about with Play SVG. Have yourselves a wonderful night, everybody, and take care.